الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد.
The year 2025 will be a silent witness to a great and touching moment in the history of the Hajj pilgrimage. Amidst waves of people from all over the world, millions of Muslims set foot on the peak of the Hajj with hearts tied to the sky and bodies tested by heat, fatigue, and unexpected obstacles. However, it is precisely in the midst of these challenges that love and devotion to Allah SWT reach their peak.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد.
On the 9th of Zulhijjah, the atmosphere in the Arafah plain was filled with sobs and prayers that shook the sky. Standing in Arafah is not just a pillar of the Hajj, but is the most sacred moment, when every servant opens his heart, asks for forgiveness, asks for safety, and conveys all the hopes hidden in his chest. Tears fall uncontrollably, wetting faces covered in dust and fatigue. They come wearing the same ihram clothes, seamless white, as if erasing all differences in status, tribe, language, and nation.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد.
There is no day when Allah frees more of His servants from the fire of hell than the day of Arafah. That is the saying of the Prophet Muhammad saw that they believe. And sure enough, there, millions of hands were raised simultaneously to the sky, conveying prayers that had been kept for a long time. And a miracle happened. Their hearts felt that all their prayers were answered, as if the sky had opened without any barriers. The silence of the Arafah plain was only interrupted by the sound of tears of emotion and the words of supplication that flowed incessantly.
كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا لا إله إلا الله ولا نعبد إلا إياه مخلصين له الدين ولو كره الكافرون لا إله إلا.
After the Wukuf ended, approaching evening, the congregation headed to the tents in Mina to rest for a while. But the struggle was not over. That night, the entire congregation prepared to move to Muzdalifah. In a quiet place lit by the light of the moon, they spent the night in dhikr and patience. There, the congregation collected small but meaningful pebbles to carry out the throwing of the Jamarat, a symbol of the struggle against temptation and the whispers of Satan. But in the middle of that prayerful night, an unexpected test came. The pilgrims, who were supposed to be transported by official buses to Mina, waited in the cold night. Hope began to fade as time passed, and the promised bus never came. Disappointment and fatigue began to envelop them, but none of them complained loudly. Silently, they looked at each other, encouraging each other with smiles even though their bodies were already shivering with fatigue.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd.
Finally, without any certainty, thousands of pilgrims decided to walk 5 kilometers to Mina, step by step on sharp gravel and the heat of the earth that had not yet fully subsided. Some cried not because of pain, but because they felt tested directly by Allah. Some helped others, guided their parents, supported those who had fallen weak. Among them, Muhammad Faisal, a pilgrim from Pakistan, said in a trembling voice, "We have been waiting for a long time, but the bus has not come, so we walked." This may be a way from Allah for us to get closer to Him, not only spiritually, but also in real terms, step by step, towards His forgiveness.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahil hamd.
Dawn slowly dawned. The light began to dispel the darkness when the pilgrims finally arrived in Mina with swollen feet, dusty clothes, but faces that radiated extraordinary determination. They immediately continued their worship to the Mina tunnel towards Jamarat, to throw stones at the Ula, Wastha, and Aqaba stones, symbols of exorcism and confirmation of obedience.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
That day, Asharat Zulhijjah, was not only the Eid al-Adha holiday. For the 2025 Hajj pilgrims, that day was proof that love for Allah is not about comfort, but loyalty in exhaustion. They did not only travel physically, but also tread a much deeper spiritual journey. The tears that fell were no longer just tears of emotion, but testimony that behind the trials, there is the embrace of divine grace. They came to the Holy Land with prayer, and returned with souls that were reborn, more patient, more grateful, and closer to Allah.